Calgary Flames president and CEO Ken King speaks to reporters during a press conference at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary on Friday, September 15, 2017. Lee Hennell Post Media Post Media Calgary Lee Hennell Post Media Lee Hennell Post Media Calgary will get a new downtown arena. The question is whether City Hall will ask taxpayers to pay for a reasonable part of it now, or pay much more for it once the Calgary Flames leave. That is the bottom line on what is at stake here. World-class cities need a world-class venue to host hundreds of events annually, be it major sporting events, concerts, weekday or even monster truck jams. Nobody likes threats, but the reality is if the Flames owners eventually feel a deal simply can't be made with the city to replace the aging Saddledome, they will sell to an ownership group in either Seattle or Quebec City. The Flames' dormant offer of $275 million, unveiled Thursday via newspaper ads, would obviously disappear with the team. What would remain is the need for a new arena and a ravenous desire to try luring an NHL franchise back immediately. Want proof after Quebec City let a team slip through its hands? Who do you think funded the arena built with an eye on bringing the Nordiques, and hopefully some big business, back? The taxpayers did. A full 100% of the Videotron Center was funded by government, split 50-50 between the province and the city. In Winnipeg, 30% of the MTS Center was funded by the government. Luckily they had a partner like True North Entertainment to help carry the load. Even more fortuitously, the team came back. When Minnesota lost the North Stars in 1993, it had to wait 7 years for an NHL return, which was made possible only after the state offered up an interest-free loan for half of the cost, amongst other contributions, to build Xcel Energy Center. Whether an NHL team is attracted back or not, no one can deny a city this size needs a major event center that rivals the scope of the East Village Downtown Library, to be completed by next year at a cost of $245 million. What the mayor and the city's new councillors will have to decide after next month's election is whether it makes better business sense to start entering into some sincere negotiations with a willing partner who also happens to generate gobs of money for the local economy and charities, or if it will build it largely on tax dollars, praying for a well-heeled partner to buck up with an eye on attracting a major tenant or two. Never mind the damage that would be done to the city's economy. It would take years for the repair the psyche of a city that would lose one of the main drivers in putting Calgary on the map. The city's last proposal for a $555 million rink would have the Flames owners paying $185 million, the Flames coughing up $185 in ticket surcharges, and $185 million from the city. The Flames point out the city's portion includes $130 million, which would essentially be a 25-year loan, as the Flames would own the rink and pay roughly $5 million annually in taxes. Do the math. They'd rather lease a city and rink. The Flames' proposal includes $275 million from the owners, which would come partially from a ticket levy. They suggested the rest of the money should come via $225 million in a community revitalization tax (CRL) that captures annual taxes from all the developments built as a result of the new rink. Such a tax, introduced by former Mayor Dave Bronkeneer to kickstart East Village development, is designed entirely for infrastructure improvements like arenas. The controversial library will receive $70 million from the East Village CRL. Should the mayor's election platform vision for an entertainment district around a new arena come to fruition, the transformation of empty stampede area parking lots into businesses and developments of all kinds would help pay for the driving force of it all, the rink. It's a common-sense solution to a problem made far too complex by a mayor and council that has clearly lost sight of the fact this deal shouldn't be all about dollars. Risk losing them at our peril. The Flames are a big part of this city, its spirit and its economy. Failure to recognize that before it's too late would end up hurting the one thing city officials seem worried about the most, the bottom line. No one is suggesting the city should pay any price to keep the team here. But surely between the two proposals, there is enough wiggle room for this saga to end with a win-win deal. As hard to fathom as it is these two sides can figure this out together, it's also hard to believe it won't get done. The onus is now on the city's leaders to push harder for a solution, which is problematic given the egos involved. So far, the city's attempts to bridge this gap have been disingenuous at best. The Flames have called them out on that. Calgarians deserve better. Let's find a solution such as Edmonton did, before we end up experiencing the devastation Quebec City, Winnipeg, and Minneapolis lived through. Francis at postmedia.com